IVM.
You are the most valuable investment you will ever make. Hi, I'm Zarina Poonawalla, your leadership coach, life coach, and emotional intelligence coach. You probably know me from the Empowering series, and this is my new show, the Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla. I'm going to coach you to be the best version of yourselves. So get ready to create, attain, and manifest the life you've always desired and make it your reality. Have you ever been rejected, neglected, or dejected by someone very close to you? Someone who holds a special place in your life, someone who's important to you. It could be anybody. An emotionally unavailable parent, maybe a sabotaging or abusive mom or dad or spouse, a teacher at school or uni, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, friends even, right? You feel that? Someone abandoned you, neglected you, and maybe made you feel like you are no one and nothing. You are unworthy. But you know what? Although that sounds painful, you know what I think is really the most hurtful, the most painful part about this? The most hurtful part is that you believed them and you became so used to that feeling that without realizing, without paying much attention, you started to abandon yourself. That's what I find excruciatingly painful. Imagine people abandon us. We feel shattered and destroyed, but have you ever stopped to consider what happens when we abandon ourselves? It's so much worse. Just so much worse. It's dismissing and rejecting your own emotions, your feelings, thoughts, ideas. It's neglecting your needs, your well-being, your health, your wants, your desires. It's denying yourself the much needed attention because you don't feel much valuable anymore. You don't think you're worthy yourself. It's being derogatory to yourself, constantly talking yourself down, feeling insecure about yourself and your relationships, and often thinking you don't deserve better. You aren't good enough. You're not capable or worthy. Always weaker, always lesser. So what do? You abandon yourself, you turn your back on yourself, and you leave yourself to suffer and indulge in self-loathing. My precious ones, tell me this. If you abandon yourself, why? Why should anyone else not do so? If you forego your importance, your existence, why should others believe in you? If you yourself consider that your own presence is negative, is useless, how do you think people will know your value? And if you talk yourself down constantly, saying all the negative things about yourself, why should people be responsible to lift you up? Now, there are ways to go deeper into understanding layers of self-abandonment, but one common cause is childhood trauma. Many experts and researchers have established that childhood trauma can cause adult self-abandonment issues. Self-abandonment by itself can cause you to display addictive behavior like substance abuse, alcoholism, smoking, even overusing social media to keep your mind off of yourself, allowing the mind to be zoned out at all times, not acknowledging your emotions and feelings. And eventually, what's going to happen? What happens is you subconsciously become used to this state of mind. You think it's normal to feel this way about yourself. You align yourself with dismissal to such an extent that it becomes your organic thought process. You aren't even doing this deliberately anymore. And so you find yourself in this loop, right? Shockingly, you may even start feeling comfortable being this way. No more abandoning yourself. Hear me out. Okay, you have a beautiful and complete soul residing in a beautiful body, and I am not allowing you to give it up and give yourself up anymore. You will take full ownership and responsibility of your feelings and desires without being afraid of a single thing. And you are going to do this with integrity and dignity. So no more walking over yourself or allowing others to. Here is how you will overcome self-abandonment, and you will do so for your own sake. Here's what you're going to start to do now. Positive self-talk. How you speak to yourself matters. What you say to yourself and to others about yourself matters. Don't talk in a condescending manner. I'm not saying be pompous and self-absorbed, but change your I can'ts into I'll try, I'm not good enough, into I'm getting better at it, I hate myself, to I'm learning how to love myself. Trust your instincts, trust your gut. Don't keep second guessing yourself. Allow yourself to believe in what your instincts are pointing towards. This will help you make better decisions, and it will heighten the feeling of self-assurance. Start acknowledging and expressing your emotions. Now, this is an exercise I kind of do with clients. Record your emotions on a daily basis. Write or voice record your feelings. Even if you feel the urge to cover them, start small, but express how you feel. If you can't do it to others, at least do it to yourself. Find out, record it, record your emotions. Start speaking up for yourself. Take a stand and speak up if you feel you're being disrespected or undervalued. Do not allow yourself to be walked over, especially if you are not harming anyone. Stand up and speak up. Do it for you. Start creating your life values and principles. Honor your needs and work around what you like and what you don't like, what is acceptable to you and what is not. Create boundaries if you must, but do so. Create your life's values and principles. Create a foundation that you believe is true, is honest and real. Now, those are the things that you must start doing. Let me also tell you what you must stop doing. And you must stop doing it yesterday. Stop being a people's pleaser. Suppressing your needs and interests in order to please others is a big no-no. Trust me, you'll be happier for it. Stop hiding your passion and purpose. Stop hiding your vulnerabilities. Embrace them. Please embrace them. Vulnerabilities are beautiful. Your passion, your purpose is beautiful. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. Stop aiming for perfection. Having unrealistic high expectations from yourself always makes us disappointed. Never feeling worthy, regardless of how much you do and what you accomplish, is always going to make you feel like you missed. You just missed. So please, just keep trying. Learn to be okay with yourself. Stop aiming for perfection. Stop critical self-judgment. I'm going to repeat that. Critical self-judgment. Saying hurtful and mean things to yourself when you don't meet your own painfully high standards. I mean, why are you doing this? You judge yourself on the basis of what you think others think of you. And so you've decided that, hey, you know what? I am not good. So what you're going to do is give yourself constructive criticism, but do not be a critical self-judge. Stop being too dependent on your relationships. This is extremely important, very important. Be codependent by all means, yes, of course you should. Because codependency does not mean you rely on someone else, it means that you're an equally responsible partner in a partnership. You have ownership in this relationship, but not to the extent of being taken for granted, right? Always focusing on someone else's needs and neglecting your own. You can't do that. So you need to stop being dependent in your relationship out of the fear and the insecurity of losing that person. Look, you have to understand one thing. Self-abandonment means that you deject who you are, you dismiss who you are. But you've got to remember, and remember this right, at the end of the day, at the end of your life, you're all you've got. So be good to yourself and love who you are. And so, my precious people, I've come to the end of this episode, and coincidentally, we've also come to the end of the year. Please don't forget to carry yourselves along with you wherever you go, to take yourselves wholeheartedly, to love yourselves wholeheartedly, and jump into the next year with a positive mindset, with a growth mindset. Be ready, be stronger, Be just absolutely you. And here's wishing you a very happy 2022, and I hope and I pray that we can continue to stay healthy, stay safe, stay together, and be stronger together for the next 52 Mondays and more. This is your life. Do what you love and do it often. And if you don't like something, change it. The power is within you. Thank you for tuning in to the Life Manifesto with me, Zarina. If you find the show useful, then please share it with your friends, family, and co-workers. You never know. You may just help someone become the best version of themselves. And if you want to align your life with some signature masterclasses, certification courses, and live sessions with me, go check out and download my app, Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla, available on Play Store or Apple Store. And if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to share with me, get in touch with me on my social media handles. I am at Zarina Poonawalla on Instagram and LinkedIn, and at Zarina Speaks on Twitter. See you in the next episode.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Agla Station Adulthood, Ritasha and Ayushi speak to Marissa Mays. She is the curator of No More Lonely Friends. They discuss toxic friendships and pandemic loneliness. Also, do check out Probation Se Promotion Tak with Abhinav Trivedi. He will help you make your CV stand out when you're looking for a job. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam and Soumya Shah, co-founder of Tarakki, discuss what the current trends are in the wealth management industry. On All Things Policy, the folks from the Takshashila Institute shed light on the implication of China's infrastructure building in Tibet. And on Tere Mere Raste, Keshav tells us about a small village in the Himalayas called Tirugi Narayan. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. We'd also really appreciate any ratings or reviews you can give us on any of the platforms that we're listening on, whether it's Apple Podcast, Spotify, or IVM Podcast app. Wherever you're listening, do let us know that you are listening. I'd also like to remind you all that we have a number of YouTube channels where a number of shows are available. You can go to ivmpodcast.com/YouTube to check out what channels we have. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Cred, Bank of Baroda, CoinSwitch, Kuber, and Intel. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Are you looking for finance products and services that can enhance your personal finance experience? Are you looking for a space to talk about your financial product or service? And are you looking for a crisp talk show where the conversation is all about money? Well, your search ends here. Hi. My name is Anupam Gupta and I'm host of the Paisa Vaisa podcast, and I invite you for the conversation about your personal finance on each Monday on the IVM Podcast app or the website or on any podcast streaming platforms. See you folks.